When you can get an experiment to work based on your hypothesis, that's a big ego booster. Like, I was right, And to me, that's a great sense of fulfillment. It really is. My initial work back in the 70s started off with the bovine papillomavirus. And then shortly after starting with that, I got into the human papillomavirus. The human papillomavirus vaccine, Georgetown has the patent, and the fellow that I met, we became friends when I was a fellow at Scripps. He recruited me at Georgetown, and much of the work that we did there culminated in that vaccine development. And it was a very interesting time. It was a lot of fun. I've had a great career. It's kind of hard to describe what I do to my mom and dad. They're gone, but my dad would ask me, well, what are you doing? And I'd try to tell him, and he'd click on a television set and tune out, because he said, this is something I don't understand. So I guess if you're good enough at it, people will take notice. And I've had description of my work published and discussed in the New York Times and Time Magazine. Been on NPR, National Public Radio, talking about it. And it's almost like a sense of embarrassment, like, why am I getting all this notoriety? It's just something that I do, and I'm asking questions, and we're trying to answer these questions, and some reporter picks it up, and that I feel less comfortable with than just writing the papers and having it published and seen by my peers. I had three professors that really helped me a lot, and one is still here, is Don Geiger. They didn't just feed you the information, they told you how to go find it, and you went and got it. If you didn't want to do that, well, that was your problem. But it was this curiosity, this constant what if, why kind of stuff that drove you to do that. I never got an answer out of Brother Geiger. He would tell you something, and then you'd sit and think about it for a moment, and then he was gone. And oh my God, he talked about this book, this paper, this whatever, and then you go to that and look at it, and then you see him a few days later, and then he'd ask you, well, what's the answer? And I said, why ask you? He said, well, you tell me what the answer is, and you could then tell him. They were good teachers. They demanded a lot out of you, and the learning process is tremendous. That's how you learned here.